strength of this offense has shifted kind of over the past 2 years from the explosiveness of its wide receiver room to now the explosiveness and physicality of the running backs, bro? Have you sensed any, I guess, additional responsibility these guys feel now as kind of the workhorses of the team?
Well, I think it's tough to say where the room is shifted. I mean, where the team is shifted because we haven't been out there to play yet. I think on paper a lot of people would assume it's going to shift to the running back room, but there's a lot of time, a lot of months, a lot of weeks left before we actually get out on the field. So we'll figure out a little bit more of who we are and where our strengths lie once we get out there and put the pads on.
Based on where you saw on tape, what do Ali and Jalen Wright need to do to take their game to the next level?
Exactly what they're doing now. Just continue to work. I think the biggest thing for both of them is to get healthy. Well, they are healthy, but stay healthy, should I say. Stay healthy and continue to push, because I think when they're healthy, they all have a different type of skill set. They all bring a little something to the table, and the more they can continue to push and the more they can continue to compete, it's just going to make each one of them better. So really, to me, it's about staying healthy and continue to compete.
They're a little bit off message here. You have a background Coral Springs, Boca, and Pinecrest. So
Correct.
This is a homecoming for you. How did you get involved in those high schools up there? Did
So
you live here or what?
I did. I moved down here in 2012. My wife and I, we kind of left when I retired from football, and we left D.C. area. We moved down here, and this became home. So, wife and 5 kids. Most of my kids were born down here, so this is home to them.
Nice. Okay. All right. And then when you look at this running back room, do you want Devon Achane to be the workhorse, or do you want him to be the lead back with Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon making situational contributions?
I think that stuff will sort itself out when the time comes. I mean, obviously, Achane's coming off a Pro Bowl year, so it'd be foolish to assume that he's not going to be out there on the field, right? He's a heck of a weapon, a heck of a player, so he'll be out there. But those other guys are going to be out there too. In what capacity, that remains to be seen. There's a lot of time between now and September,
I guess to kind of expand on my last question, not necessarily the strength, but Jeff in his intro presser said, we're going to run the ball. Like that's what we want to do.
I love to hear that.
So I guess, what kind of mentality does a team need to have when you are a ground and pound team, when your focal point every Sunday is we want to run the ball and push you around?
I think there has to be a physical mindset. I think anytime you allow an offense to tee off, and the reason why I use the term tee off is because when you run the ball, we're shooting out in terms of offensive line, fullbacks, everybody. So when you allow a team to tee off, there's a physical mentality that comes with that, and we kind of get to take the fight to the other team. So I think when you're talking about a run first type of mentality, it's an attack style.
Does that almost coincide? Because what we're talking about on paper, obviously, there's a lot of time before results actually happen. On paper, outside of that building, there's not a lot of expectations for this group, just young group rebuilding. So does the mentality and focal point on offense of attacking and setting the tone, like, do they almost go hand in hand, like the underdog mentality and also attacking and setting the tone on the ground?
I wouldn't use the term underdog. I mean, that's your term, but I think at the end of the day, this is a National Football League. Everybody's here for a reason. No matter what the expectations are, we have high expectations of ourselves. So no matter where we are right now, and obviously we're building something collectively as a group. Many of us haven't been together long term, but we're trying to build something. We're trying to win football games. So attack style, whatever it needs to be, we're still trying to win.
I'm going to ask you about both Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon, if you wouldn't mind addressing each one as far as things you like about each of their game. Jalen first.
Jalen obviously has some speed, a lot of speed, not some speed, a lot of speed. And he's been here, I think this is going to be his 3rd year. So really it's about him staying healthy, continuing to get some reps, whether it be in practice, but then also in preseason and try to push the room. Obviously we have Achane, we have Ollie, and Ollie's a bigger back, so he brings a little bit more physicality in terms of just size. So really it's just those guys getting out there, getting reps, staying healthy, and continue to push each other.
Ladell, I think you saw Maxwell in Iowa, right?
I did. I was there when he first arrived.
Right. Can you tell us what to expect, what you think of?
Blue collar guy, like most Iowa kids. I'm a little biased. I went to Iowa myself, but blue collar. I think he's from Iowa, from the state of Iowa. So I've seen Max when he was probably 220 pounds when he first showed up. To now, I don't know what he is, 260, 270. Who knows what he is? But Max has come a long way. He's a blue collar kid, works hard. It's kind of that Iowa mentality in terms of the weight room, strength conditioning program. So he's come up through the ranks, and he's a grinder.